In 1971, Governor Jim Exon ushered in Nebraska, the good life, a slogan that replaced unwind in Nebraska to capture the state's ethos of hard work, loyal communities, and moral clarity. This branding was repackaged on October 18, 2021, when Governor Pete Ricketts and the Nebraska Department of Economic Development launched The Good Life is Calling, a campaign to attract talent by touting Nebraska's quality of life. But this is a hollow charade. Nebraska has plummeted into Nebraska, the gay life, a state overrun by stupidity, phoniness, and a brazen cultural decay that's both literal and figurative. This article dissects this lamentable transition, attributing it to pandering leaders, weakened male resolve, and a gullible populace seduced by trendy nonsense. The good life once meant a state where, despite the occasional oddball or failing town, most folks worked hard, trusted their neighbors, and lived with purpose. Today, Nebraska is a shadow of that, filled with stupid, phony, and weird people who'd rather lie than shake hands. The term gayness sums it up literally through the in-your-face spread of LGBTQ plus culture, and figuratively through a weak, trend-chasing vibe that's as spineless as it sounds. Pride Month, sneeringly dubbed Deviant Predator Month by those with sense, is a garish assault on decency, with rainbow flags and public displays that shove deviance down everyone's throats. This isn't about personal choices. It's a cultural hijacking by radicals who've turned Nebraska into a mockery of its former self. Let's be clear, Nebraska's past had its share of phonies and weirdos, and not every community was thriving. But it had a moral compass, a sense of order that kept things grounded. If some folks, sexual deviants, cultural misfits, or otherwise, were kept at arm's length, it was to hold the line against chaos, not to be mean. Now that line's been erased and the gay life is a result. Pride parades and diversity talk are a scam, a glittery distraction that's gutted Nebraska's values. Calling these displays predatory and offensive isn't cruel. It's the truth. This so-called progress is a cultural wrecking ball, swapping strength for silliness and honesty for hashtags. The gayness, both the loud, proud kind and pathetic wishy-washy kind, is why Nebraska's gone from respectable to ridiculous. Every leader in Nebraska's history shares the blame. From Exxon's day to Ricketts' latest photo op, they've caved to pop culture, political fads, and outside pressure like spineless opportunists. Governors, mayors, legislators, they're all guilty, chasing trends or dollars while the state crumbles. The men of Nebraska, once sturdy and sensible, are now a pack of pushovers, letting this gayness spread unchecked. The 2021 The Good Life is Calling campaign was a betrayal, opening the doors to every trend chaser and weirdo under the guise of economic growth. These leaders aren't steering the ship. They're posing for selfies while it sinks, and their pandering has turned Nebraska into a cultural punchline. The rot comes from outside, pumped in by coastal elites through TV, social media, and every glowing screen. Nebraska's always been a bit slow on the uptake. Its stupid, naive, and brainless stereotype isn't wrong, and it's never been clearer. Take South Omaha. Back in the 1960s, leaders chasing meatpacking profits let demographic shifts remake a once cohesive community, setting the stage for cultural erosion. By 2025, Nebraska's a demographic mess, its roots uprooted to please investors and globalists. The health crisis was a masterclass in idiocy. Nebraskans swallowed every mandate, turning temporary rules into a lifestyle of blind obedience. It's not just following orders, it's a cultural collapse, with locals eating up whatever's trending, no matter how dumb. The Nebraska, the gay life, label is a sharp-eyed critique of a state that's lost its way. Gay captures it perfectly. The literal explosion of LGBTQ plus nonsense, with its loud parades and look-at-me antics, and the figurative slide into a spineless, trend-obsessed mess. This echoes a broader liberal con, using words like inclusivity to dress up chaos as progress. It's the same trick that's been creeping into Nebraska since the South Omaha shift, when leaders pick profit over identity. Now it's pride flags, health crisis groupthink, and a culture that's forgotten how to think for itself. The state's leaders have been playing this game for decades, bending to whatever's popular, whether it's demographic changes or rainbow banners, while the state pays the price. Omaha and Lincoln are the worst offenders, printing as modern while drowning in cultural slop. Rural Nebraska's hanging on, but it's losing ground to urban nonsense. Every leader, government, business, churches, is complicit, either waving a pride flag or too weak to push back. Look at Lincoln's football mess. The 2025 Husker games flopped, with Memorial Stadium a ghost town and leaders dodging accountability while fans fume. It's a snapshot of Nebraska's leadership, weak, shady, and obsessed with image over results. The health crisis just drove it home, with Nebraskans clinging to lies like their gospel, proving they'll buy any fad if it's loud enough. Nebraska's not the good life anymore. It's a gay life, a sad parade of liars, weirdos, and trend chasers. This isn't a gentle drift. It's a full-on crash, fueled by leaders who'd sell their souls for a retweet, men too soft to fight back, and a populace that'll clap for any shiny lie. From South Omaha's demographic sellout to Pride Month's rainbow takeover to the Health Crisis Sheep Act, Nebraska's transitioned into a state where stupidity rules and gayness, literal and figurative, reigns. The fix? Ditch the trends, fire the clowns, and take back the state before it's just a glittery footnote.